YouTube, Smooth the Trucker. How's it going, you guys? Enjoying some home time today. Just got back late last night out on the road for FedEx ground team driving, line haul. Went all the way down to Maryland this last week, and then Maryland to Texas, back to California. Nice, long, high mileage week, and made some good profits last week. What I want to make a video today is about the life of a truck driver. I want to make this video for some of the newer aspiring truck drivers that are thinking about getting their CDL, or maybe you guys have already been driving semi-trucks for a long time. Smooth here, I've been driving semi-trucks for the last 2 years, so I wanted to talk about a little bit about the life of a truck driver. And being a trucker, it's different than any other job out there. You spend a lot of time out on the road and a lot of time away. For my job right now, for line haul team semi-truck driving for FedEx, we're typically out on the road for 5 days, and then we're home for 2 days off. So you gotta kind of think to yourself, if you're in a position in life where you're able to, be out on the road for 5 days and only be home for 2 days off. True over-the-road trucking, for the, example, the first company I was with, May Trucking, was a true over-the-road truck driving company. You're sometimes out on the road for 2 months at a time before even coming home to take any time off. So it's important to kind of think to yourself, if you're in a position in life where you're able to go out and take that much time away, if you should get a local job where you're home every day. But for my job, you kind of want to, before you even go out for those 5 days out on the road for driving line haul team, semi-truck driving, you have to prep for the trip. And you got to consider what it is and what you need for the week ahead of you before you even get out in the truck and start your week driving semi-trucks. So what kind of food and snacks do I bring? To be honest, I kind of take it easy a lot for a lot of this food and snacks I bring. A lot of people, it's very personal preference, what you decide you want to do and how you want to pack and what you want to bring when you're out on the road. For me, Smooth, I kind of just bring the minimum possible. Usually what I'll do is, before I go out, I'll kind of wait to the last minute, and I'll go out and grab a bag, and I'll try to grab some oranges or apples or a couple protein bars, whatever I have laying around. Sometimes if I have a can of soup, I'll bring that in a can opener. But for food-wise, that's really all I really bring. A lot of people bring a lot more, but for me, that's all I bring. For water, I do bring a good amount of water, though. I'll bring 2 gallons of water usually before I start my trip driving for FedEx here. Before I go out for my 5 days, I'll bring 2 gallons of water with me. And what do I pack? A lot of people ask, what do you need to pack when you're out on the road for 5 days? For my job, being out for 5 days, I'm pretty much a minimalist. I don't bring a whole lot of stuff, to be honest. I'll bring a backpack, and I'll bring my little bag for toiletries, like my toothbrush and deodorant and whatever type of cream I'm using or anything, or toothpaste. And besides that, I'll bring those, and I'll bring a pillow, and I'll bring a blanket. And to be honest, that's really all I bring. I also bring some stuff for my phone. I'll bring a charger for my phone, and I'll bring my headset so I can talk on the phone while I'm driving semi-trucks. And to be honest, some gloves. I bring some gloves so I can unhook and hook up the trailers without getting grease all over my fingers. But in general, that is pretty much most of what I bring when I'm out for the 5 days driving semi-trucks here for FedEx ground. A lot of people ask, are you able to bring people and pets on the road when you're out, specifically for this company? I know, I can tell you guys personally, driving semi-trucks here for FedEx ground, this is one of the perfect jobs for couples. If you're married and your wife, and you're able to talk your wife into getting your CDL, a lot of people do that. A lot of people, will take their husband and wives, and they'll go out, and you're able to bring people, and you're not restricted to just those people. You can bring as many people as you want. We have a guy, Bernie, he works on our trucks here for V&G Optimum Freight out of the yard, and he'll sometimes bring his whole entire family. He'll have his kids, his little 3-year-old and 5-year-old kids, and sometimes his wife, and I think he even had their aunt in the back of the truck one time. And they had literally about 5 people in the truck, just cruising down the road, enjoying the week together, So if you want to do that, that's an option. You're not restricted to only having CDL drivers in your truck. You can bring whoever you want and whoever is willing to come on these trips. A lot of people ask about pets too. Are you able to bring pets, like a dog or a cat, or are you able to bring pets? And yeah, for my company, pets are allowed. Actually, my co-driver, he has a little dog named Chloe. She's a little tiny Chihuahua, and she's super cute. I'll give her some snacks sometimes, and yeah, she's our little companion. She's the queen of the truck. She's been with us for this last year now, and it's kind of, she's the queen out there. She's bossing us around, telling us what to do when we're out on the road. And what do truckers do to stay occupied while they're driving? For me, I'll listen to a lot of podcasts, to be honest, while I'm driving. I'll go and connect my headset up to the Bluetooth, and I get unlimited data on my phone. I recommend, if you're going to be choosing to do this job and be on the road for a long period of time, go ahead and invest in unlimited data for your phone. It's a little bit more money, but trust me, it's going to be well worth the money. There's a lot of downtime, and you got to find ways to stay occupied and ways to entertain yourself. So especially while I'm driving, I'll go on YouTube and I'll listen to a lot of podcasts, a lot of different podcasts. I listen to a lot of different music. I listen to a lot of investing, real estate investing, stock market investing, information. If those of you guys have been following my channel for a while, I try to live frugal and I try to save and invest as much money as possible. And I'll go on YouTube. I listen to a lot of people. I listen to Dave Ramsey. I listen to Jeremy Financial Education, Graham Stephan, Meet Kevin. Those are just a few of the guys I'll listen to that educate me on, financial stability and what to do to get ahead in life. So recommend, going out there and do that, go listen to some YouTube videos and podcasts. I also talk to the phone a lot too. You can call people on the phone. I have my trucker headset on, and, hook it up to the Bluetooth, have some phone calls, talk to my mom, talk to my sister, talk to, whoever is wanting to have a conversation when I'm driving semi-trucks. It's a good way to entertain yourself when you're out on the road. And going back to go ahead and packing stuff and bringing food and snacks, for me, I'm personally a minimalist. I don't bring a whole lot, but my co-driver, he's pretty much the exact opposite as me. He'll bring tons of stuff. He'll bring tons of food. He'll bring roast beef, ham, cheese. You bring mustard, mayonnaise, ketchup. We do have a refrigerator in our semi-truck too. So our refrigerator, we're able to stock up the truck with all kinds of supplies. And my co-driver pretty much puts that all on him. He's the one that pretty much packs the fridge, and he's the one that gets in there and packs everything. He spends a lot of extra time setting up the truck the way he wants and customizing it. He put an inverter in there. He put an extra fridge. He even has an extra fridge. And he spends a lot more time with all that packing. For me, smooth, I'm kind of a minimalist. Personally, I don't bring a whole lot. I bring what I need for 5 days. And, I use my points to buy food at the truck stops. And that's kind of how I roll, but everybody rolls differently. It's up to you. It's personal preference, what you want to bring and how you want to go about spending this time on the road. What is the hardest part about truck driving? I think the hardest part about truck driving is just being away for the time, being away from your family and your friends for 5 days at a time. If you're with a different trucking company, sometimes it can even be longer than the 5 days. Probably just being away for a long period of time is the hardest part. And when you're first learning to be a trucker, obviously backing is a lot of things that a lot of people struggle with when they're first learning. I know for me, when I first, took my CDL test. I actually failed my CDL test the first time I took it a little over 2.5 years ago. I failed the parallel parking portion of the test. I was part of the backing part. So backing's tough, you guys. Backing's one of those things, it's just gonna take practice, I didn't get super good at backing until probably driving semi-trucks on my own for about 3 months. When I had to back in, sometimes you get to a truck stop late at night and you gotta, do a lot of pull-ups and pull forwards and, really study the swing of your trailer and how much room you need to back up that 53-foot trailer because, backing is one of the hardest things, to be honest, about being a truck driver. For me personally, what's one of the hardest things? It probably comes back to family nowadays. It's just being away from my family for a long period of time, being away from my friends for a long period of time. You got to consider if you have the right personality to be doing this job. For me, I love it, and it really gives me a lot of self-satisfaction being a truck driver. I love driving. I love seeing the country. I love the alone time too, and being able to kind of get your thoughts together, being able to kind of think about life and kind of it's very good meditation therapy almost being a truck driver. It's something that I really enjoy. I really enjoy the long haul trucking. It really, for my mind, it really puts me in a good place, and it's something that I personally love. I have the personality to be a truck driver, but you got to kind of consider if you have that type of personality to make this job worth it, I would say. But overall, trucking is a great job. It's a super high-paid profession if you're willing to put in the long work, put in the long hours on the road, the work, the sacrifice. This job, you can really get ahead in life. I preach all the time. High money, my contractor for V&G Optimum Freight, FedEx Ground, line haul team driving. We make good money. This last week, we probably made $2,000 gross, just me and my co-driver. So $4,000 between us. And obviously we have our own separate banking accounts. So for me, $2,000 a week, you can really get ahead making that, save and invest, live frugal, put that into stocks, real estate, build up your wealth, and really put yourself in a good financial position. If you guys need a good high-paid profession, trucking is the way to go if it fits your personality. That's what I would say. Those of you guys that are interested in a great truck driving opportunity, my contractor, Gert Lisha, go ahead and put his description down below. He's looking for drivers. You need 6 months of driving experience or went to an accredited truck driving school, have your doubles endorsement, CDL, line haul team, semi-truck driving, out on the road for 5 days, 2 days off. Great job, great opportunity. Like I said, if you do between 5,500 and 6,000 miles per week, you'll be making over 80 grand a year, and the potential to make even more than that, make up to 6 figures if you're a hustler and you don't want to take a whole lot of time off. So highly recommend it. Great job, great opportunity. Hope this information was helpful for you guys. Until the next video, Smooth the Trucker. Out for now. You.